Hi all, my name is Vanessa. People didn't believe me when I told them my story, but deep down in my heart I know what I felt was real and that I was not going crazy, or was I? It started like a normal day for an 18-year-old girl. I got up, changed, had breakfast and left for college. I had a rather odd group of friends at college. I didn't make any friends from my class and hung out with students from the other departments. We were 4 in total. Since our schedules never matched, we would miss majority of our classes and would just talk sitting under a rather tall tree. This is when my friend had the crazy idea of sharing spooky stories. We all started recalling strange occurrences from our past. My friend started making up a story about a little girl who hung herself from the very tree we were sitting under. I didn't act like it, but that creeped me out. I asked them to change the topic, but my friend had a really weird look in her eyes and she went on anyway. She could tell that I was scared, and so she stopped talking and just pointed her finger towards me. I could tell something was different with her that day. Her eyes were wide open, her smile was wide, but she wasn't showing any teeth, and then she said the most random thing. She told me that the little girl will visit me tonight. That is when I got up and left because it wasn't funny for me. I could hear my friends laughing at the back, which made me angrier than I already was. I left early that day and tried not to think about it. I didn't receive any texts from my friends and figured that they were mad at me for overreacting, but there was something about the way my friend looked at me that I just couldn't shake. That night, like every other night, I started my bedtime routine. After washing up, I started reading my book. It was 2 a.m. and every other person in my house was asleep. It was a winter night, so generally no fans or the air conditioning was switched on. It was very quiet, just how I liked it. At this point, my friend, who initiated the idea of spooky stories, called me. I didn't pick it up since I was enjoying alone time. The phone stopped ringing, and that is when I heard footsteps. They were growing louder and louder. It was like somebody was coming upstairs. I called out my sister's name. I didn't get a reply. I called out for my mom. I still didn't get a reply. The footsteps just continued to grow louder. Suddenly, I couldn't hear anything. It became very quiet. I was trying to calm down and tried my best to not think about what my friend said, when all of a sudden someone started banging my door. At this point, I pulled the blanket on my face, hoping that it would protect me from whatever it was. Stop speech B equals loud. That is when I heard someone strumming my guitar. My heart was racing. I started to scream for help. My phone was right next to me, but it wasn't in the blanket area. I know it sounds stupid now, but the blanket made me feel safe. Luckily, my mom heard me and came upstairs. End speech. I couldn't even look up when she called my name, afraid that it may be someone else. She gently pulled the blanket down and I just couldn't stop myself from crying out loud. She took me downstairs and I was finally safe. I looked at my phone and shrieked. I couldn't find my friend's call in the call log. I looked again and again. I even sent her a text asking, and she denied it. The next day at college, I met with my friends, this time in the hallway. I didn't want to go anywhere near the tree. My friends looked confused. They said that we never shared any spooky stories yesterday. I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked. They thought it was all in my head and I was probably daydreaming, but that still didn't explain what happened at night. I thought they were just joking. They never deferred from their story. They kept telling me the same thing over and over again. I skipped college for a while and didn't go in my room for 3 months after that incident. I distanced myself from my friends too, but that didn't help the fact that every time I go to sleep, I can still hear the footsteps.